MDfashionco podcast. I'm going to do this solo because I have to talk about this. Elon Musk on Joe Rogan spoke about universal high income for everyone. And it's insane, like what he's talking about. So he's saying that hyperabundance is going to happen due to AI. And it makes total sense, right? We're going to have unlimited food, unlimited everything we want, everything material we want will be manufactured, right?
This thing is, even though like the socialists and the Marxists are in opposition to a lot of your ideas,
and I think he's talking about the social implications of that, but there's more than that social implication of having a hyper-abundant world. The first thing that I think of is work is just going to seem like an old thing. Like people just won't work. I think people are just going to, just like Marxism, just like they're saying, they're going to wake up and then they're just going to go and do whatever they want to do, like golfing every day.
But if this gets implemented and you really can achieve universal high income, that's the greatest socialist solution of all time. Like literally no one will have to work.
Correct.
Yeah, literally no one will have to work in the future. And here's the thing that I don't really understand is like, who's going to own the AI then? Right? Are governments just going to own these machines and maintain these machines that just create food 24/7 so everyone will have food? Then what happens to work? People just won't work. You won't go have a job at like McDonald's or something. So there's so many implications. It makes me think that my life, I've been working so much, right, in all these jobs, and now it's just like, okay, you don't need to do that anymore. It's like I was just plowing the field and then the tractor comes along and just does it 10 times faster. So I do something else, right?
Correct. But like I said, so there is a benign scenario here, which I think probably people will be happy with if as long as we achieve it, which is sustainable abundance, which is
sustainable abundance.
If everyone can have if you ask people like, what's the future that you want?
Right.
I think a future where we haven't destroyed nature, like we have the national parks, we have the Amazon rainforest still there. We haven't paved the rainforest. Like the natural beauty is still there, but people have, nonetheless, everyone has abundance. Everyone has excellent medical care. Everyone has
everyone has everything.
Whatever goods and services they want.
And we essentially
it kind of sounds like heaven.
It sounds like
I think that will actually happen.
It is like the ideal socialist utopia, and
it is a utopia though. So if we think about Brave New World and how we can just take out disease, take out all these negative things, what are the implications of that? I think we still work towards it, but what are the social implications of that? Like, what do people do with that time? And they touch on this.
The idea that the only thing you should be doing with your time is working in order to pay your bills and feed yourself sounds kind of archaic.
Yeah, it sounds archaic that all you should do is work to feed yourself. If you don't have to do that anymore, right, due to technology, then it does sound archaic. It sounds like, oh, remember when humans had to go and work and then if they didn't, they wouldn't eat?
Considering the kind of technology that's at play.
Yeah.
Like, what are you, a caveman?
A world where that's not your concern at all anymore. Everybody has money for food. Everybody has abundance. Everybody has electronics in their home. Everybody essentially has a high income. Now you can kind of do whatever you want.
And what I want to know, and what I'll talk to AI about with this is, what happens to Bitcoin then? What happens to gold? If everybody has a gold chain, if they want it, which no one will want it, I guarantee if gold wasn't valuable, I don't guarantee this because I'll still wear a gold chain, but a lot of people just wouldn't wear gold if it wasn't valuable. It would just be like wearing silver. It would be like wearing stainless steel. Nobody does that, or very few people for fashion. So it's going to... If material abundance is an actual thing that is going to happen to the human race, it's going to change so much that we all live with normally.
Your day can now be exploring your interests, doing things that you actually enjoy doing. Your purpose just has to shift. So instead of, I'm a hard worker and this is what I do and that's how I define myself. No, now you can fucking golf all day. You could...
Yeah, the whole struggle of like, I'm a hard worker and this is what I do is kind of just pointless. People just say like, you don't need to work that hard. What are you doing?
Whatever it is that you enjoy doing can now be your main pursuit.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds crazy good.
Yeah, that's
So the
benign,
best-
that's the benign scenario that we
The
should be aiming
best
for.
ending to the movie is actually pretty good.
Yes. Like I think there is still this question of meaning, of like making sure people don't
Yeah.
lose meaning. So hopefully they can find meaning in ways.
People may lose meaning, but that's something that rich people and wealthy people have been dealing with for an eternity. Like that's as Joe Rogan says, it's not actually a bad thing.
That are not that's not derived from their work.
And purpose. Purpose for things that you find things that you do that you enjoy. But there's a lot of people that are independently wealthy that spend most of their time doing something they enjoy.
Right.
And that could be the majority of people.
It's pretty much everyone.
But we would have to rewire.
Pretty much everyone is just going to be sitting around doing nothing. It's crazy. Like, or just doing whatever they want. Wow.
How people.
And I think it has to happen like this. It will, because people are just going to create. Humanity is already just made labor easier over time. So it would make total sense that we would eliminate it completely.
Approach life,
Mm-hmm.
which seems to be like acceptable because you're not asking them to be enslaved. You're exactly asking them the opposite. Like no longer be burdened by financial worries. Now, go do what you like.
Yeah.
This is
Go
really
fucking
interesting.
test pizza. Do whatever you want.
Pretty much. So that's probably the best case outcome.
That sounds like the best case outcome, period, for the future. If you're looking at like how much people have struggled just to feed themselves all throughout history, food, shelter, safety. If
Exactly.
all of that stuff can be fixed, like how much
If food, shelter, and safety can all be automated, then then it destroys capitalism.
would you solve a lot of the crime if there was a universal high income?
Crime would obviously be solved, but like there's so much stuff that would just like go away. Like our whole capitalist system would just be not, you wouldn't need it anymore.
Just think of that. Like how much of crime is financially motivated? You know, the greater percentage of people that are committing crimes live in poor, disenfranchised neighborhoods. So if there's no such thing anymore, if you really can achieve universal high income,
Yeah.
it sounds like a utopian.
Yes. I think some people may commit crime because they like committing crime. It just
But here's the thing. Say we all have, we all have the material things we want. Well, it doesn't stop men saying, I want more. And that's an issue here that I see with what they're talking about. Like men would just say, like, I can make the biggest house I want. Okay, cool. But I want the biggest house in New York City, right? On the island of Manhattan. I'm using an oversimplified example. But on the island of Manhattan, I want the biggest house. And so then there's actually a scarcity, which is land here. And I guess land has value if people still live in houses, which they will. So, yeah. And then also another thing, how does it change Bitcoin? If Bitcoin just kind of becomes a collectible, right? In a world without the need for money, which is a crazy idea. That's what they're talking about here. A world without the need of money, or that everyone has a high income. What happens to Bitcoin? It's like it's solving an old problem. So interesting. I find this
Sure.
some amount of that is they just
There's a lot
enjoy
of
it.
wild people out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
And obviously they've become 40 years old living a life like that. Now
Let me know what you think about this, guys. Let me know, like in the comments. I'd really like to have an intellectual discussion about what this means. Like, because I think it's going to happen. We're definitely going to automate a lot more labor jobs away and automate a lot more intellectual jobs away. So what's going to happen?
all of a sudden universal
There's
high
so many things that the way we were all raised in capitalism, right, seems to just go out the window when you take out money.
income is not going to completely stop their instincts.
yeah. I mean, I guess if you want to have like say read a science fiction book or some books that are probably inaccurate or the least inaccurate version of the future, I'd say I'd recommend the Ian Banks books called the Culture books. It's not actually a series. It's like a sci-fi books about the future. They're generally
So it's called Ian Banks Culture Series. All right. So these are the books that talk about the future. Really interesting. Really interesting. All right. I'll have a look at this. All right. Thank you guys. Let me know what you think. Thanks.